Okay, so let's go through the steps involved in making a hard ground etching, including preparing the plate ready to put the ground on. I think first of all it's helpful to just think about what we're doing when we're making an etching. We have a metal plate and we want to make some marks on that plate that are going to hold the ink. So if you think about the surface of the plate, we're going to put on a protective coating which we're going to draw through, and then where we've drawn through the protective coating, that's where the acid is going to bite the marks. So in this instance we're going to put on a hard ground, and that's just a traditional ground that's used in etching. You can use all sorts of acid resistant materials on the surface of the plate, and we'll talk about those more later, but in this instance we're just going to put on a traditional hard ground. The metal plate usually comes with a protective coating on the front face which we're going to peel off, and it's backed with a strong acid resistant paint, an enamel paint on the back. So we're going to work on the front surface of the plate. This is the side that's going to get put the ground on and that we're going to etch. I just want to show you the difference between this plate and one that I've polished, so one I prepared earlier. We're going to prepare this plate in exactly the same way so that it looks as polished as this. Now the reason you're doing that is that the plate comes and it has a slight grain on its surface, and if you don't polish the grain off the plate then it prints with a more grey background. Now you might want that grey background and leave the plate unpolished, but we're going to polish the plate today and get it to that nice shiny state. Once we've done that, we're going to put on the wax coating, so it's going to look like this, and then once we've done the wax coating we're going to do a final process to the plate, which is we're going to smoke the plate, which makes it dark and easier for you to see what you're doing when you're drawing the plate. Okay, so to polish the plate, it's literally with metal polish. Just pour some metal polish onto the surface of the plate, take a rag, and if you polish at right angles to the grain on the plate, that works really well. And just give it a polish until you start to see a shiny surface. That usually takes a couple of goes. You can see that that's coming up shinier already, but I'd like to do it just one more time. So I'm just going to add a little bit more polish and do the same thing again. I'm just using any rag, but the best rags are cotton rags. So before we can put the hard ground on the plate, or in fact in etching, lots of resist that you put on, you need to degrease the plate. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Zinc, which is what this metal is actually a naturally greasy metal. We've been adding greasy materials to it, the metal polish, we've handled the plate. And so we need to make the plate completely grease-free so that the wax ground is going to lay down on the plate and stay on the plate well when it's in the acid.